Hey, if you're watching this video, I already did a lot, like a whole full reaction, initial reaction to this trailer on TikTok. My TikTok account, and it's a link in the description down below. It is literally the name of this channel. Go to the app, search Sooplex, go find my reaction. It's fucking awesome. This is a breakdown of the 2K22 trailers, rewatching again, then breaking down what I saw. As a WWE game enthusiast, I'm really excited to watch this trailer again, and I hope you guys are too. Let's fucking get into it. This is complimentary of New Legacy Inc. They just dropped it themselves. I've been noticing that a lot of YouTube channels have dropped it because I was losing my mind at first. I went to Twitter first, and I went to 2K, and it wasn't on our Twitter. I went to 2K's YouTube, wasn't on our YouTube. But then I saw it on a bunch of other content creators' YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, well, I guess they gave it to them first. So we're on New Legacy Inc. I love these guys. I grew up on these guys, so I'm really happy to use some of their content in here. But this is the new trailer for Wwe 2K22. We're going to watch it through, and then we're going to do a breakdown of it. So let's do it again. It's my second time watching it. I already consumed the trailer on TikTok. So this is my second time viewing it. 10 features that hit different. This is the hit list, guys. Goldberg's looking kind of redesigned gameplay engine. So the first thing I noticed and I love about this trailer, the camera angles. This is not normal camera angles for a WWE game. Like let me just do playback speed. Like, I don't remember the last time. I want to say the last time we had similar camera angles to the ones we're seeing right now, outside of the whole camera back, like in the last what, maybe 5, 6 games. The last time I saw camera angles like this may have been like what, SVR 09s, SVR 10, 11. Like, these are like zoomed in angles. I'm already enjoying this. Let me speed up a little bit. New controls. Now let me pause it. So these are the new controllers for the game. Why? So we all already didn't like in Wwe 2K20 the fact that they changed up everything, because the functions for 2K19 and the predecessors were relatively all the same. You know, you press this button for finisher, this to run, this to move, But they ended up changing up a lot of buttons, and it looks like here they did retain a lot of the buttons, but then they also changed it up. It looks more like a arcadey type game when you think about it. B is to grapple now instead of A. Heavy attack is A, and light attack is X. Now, that's interesting that they have heavy and light attack. So I guess they're going to be doing an arcadey button masher type thing, where instead of doing, you know, a simulation style match, maybe now we're going to be pressing these buttons to try and get down a meter, maybe? I have to go back and see exactly if there was a meter or not. But wide reversal, wider block. This is definitely arcadey. You press an LT to run, LB to pick up objects, C bottom left. Okay, down there. Dodge, climb, down here. See, this is where I'm kind of like, ooh. You got to press RT to do all these things. So RT for finisher, which is definitely a different change-up. RX for signature, definitely a different change-up as well. RT for payback, which is basically the functionality. Well, you got to have all these things to use them. And RT for submission. So instead of holding down A like we would in 2K20 or previous games, now we got to do RT and B for a submission. Now, the question is it multiple submissions or one submission? So many questions here. And then the pin feature is the analog, which in old games that used to be what the pin was. So that's actually a bit of a throwback. But this whole system looks arcadey. I have grown into the simulation style, so this is going to be a whole, I don't want to say a new world, but it's going to be a whole change up for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Comment down below, tell me how you feel about this controller change. All right, so there are meters. There are meters. We're looking at the bottom right-hand corner right here. Let me get out of this real quick, go into theater mode. We're doing a whole analytic breakdown. So right here, Montez 4, there's no finisher button. There's no indication of finisher, signature, or payback. It's just a meter. And we have these little black spaces. I'm guessing this is going to be your finisher meter. This looks like it's going to be something similar to like a Street Fighter or a Tekken. Wow, this is going to be very different. I see the 5-star meters coming back, which no one gives a fuck about, but Wow, I'm just trying to bring all this in. I see the body parts here, so that clearly indicates that they're going to be implementing the limb targeting, which is good. They're not adding that out. Hopefully they enhance that. Just looking at Big E and Montez Ford, it's already enhanced. You could see the shoes are more shinier, the gear is more shinier. I could see the melanin shining through. It looks beautiful. Stunning graphics. The Edge's hair is moving. Now, I do see little patches at the top. Like, not all of his hair is moving, but more hair than usual is moving. Let's do 0.25 speed here to really get an encapsulation of it. Oh, we went back too far. All right, let's look at Edge. Look how much of his hair is moving. That's a lot of his hair moving, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I know. Listen, I only took video game design for 1 year, but I know it takes a lot to get hair to flow like that. So I got to give them a big hands up for getting hair to flow like that. Now, the question is it just Edge and Bailey and people with long hair? Are we going to be seeing short hair people having hair flowing too, when like little specks of it? Probably not. But that's me being hopeful. So that looks like maybe the SmackDown arena from the night before Money in the Bank this year? Or it looks like the Money in the Bank arena. I don't know. The jacket's flowing too. I see that. Most of the jacket looks like a kind of... So it looks like the cutoff point for the jacket's like at the collar. Well, no, even the collar looks like it's moving a little bit. There's a lot of detail here. Now we got Bailey. You don't really see too much of her hair moving. Nothing's really clipping. I do like the detail on the face. It's definitely the most detailed game from WWE like ever. More detailed than 2K15, and that's a whole different ballgame if you ask me. Alright, so this is the part where I might have to slow down again, because I think we saw a little bit more here than we did in the previous one. Alright. We're gonna slow down again. 0.25. Alright, here we go. We're breaking this down little by little right now. Alright, so how can... Okay, well, I don't understand how you really can pin from this angle. That's interesting that you got the pin option up when he's in a standing position. We have Chad Gable, Bobby Lashley. They both look like good models. But listen, they changed up the health meter a little bit. So I could see the green probably goes into yellow, then goes into red. That's not too out of the realm of old games. But then, like I said, down here, you see that little blue meter. That I'm guessing that's going to be the signature and finisher build-up, as opposed to you having a percentage that you need to get, and then you get the signature and finisher. So that's very much like a fighting game, and I like that. Now, the bottom meter, I'm guessing that's payback. I'm guessing the bottom meter is probably payback. Let's see the rest of this play out, too. Okay, so I'm guessing you hit the RS in the middle of the motion in order to do a pin. That's my guess, at least. That's a lot of damage taken. You know what? That was his finisher, though. Alright. New 2K Showcase. Let's play back at... We got Rey Mysterio. Alright, well, I mean, I don't need to see you talking. I already know what you sound like and look like. Now, this is the real important one. GM mode. This is what we all been waiting for the last, what, 15 years, I feel like? When did 2007 come out? Yeah, probably 15 years. So listen, we could draft wrestlers. I like it. Okay, I see name, the star. I don't know what that means. The role, so you could choose babyface and heel. Class, I guess that's their fighting style. The cost, I love it already. You could, I guess you have to pay out these wrestlers for a certain amount of months or years. It's not really explained just yet. Popularity, stamina. Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. I see Tyler Bate, Tamina, Bianca Belair, Samoa Joe. Ooh, look at that. We got homie from NXT. He's confirmed for the game. That's cool. So you can pay for certain matches, self-promotion. The main event has a cost of 0. That's interesting. But that's also pretty cool that I'm noticing right now is that they have the old renders back. So basically, after 2K16, 2K17 is when they started, instead of doing the renders and pictures of the wrestlers, they started implementing the character models instead. And it got a little bit of like, you know, half and half. Community liked it, half and half community did not like it. I didn't mind it all too much, and I feel like because it's been that way for the last 3 years, we just kind of grew into it. But seeing it back is definitely a nice change of pace, seeing the wrestlers back. Now, the only thing about having the picture images back is that now when you do a custom wrestler versus the wrestler, it's going to look odd. But that's how it was in previous games. I mean, it's better than SVR games where when you had a custom wrestler, it was just a whole black figure. But we'll see what happens. 3. Alright, so Big E won the match. You could there's a simulate the show option too, so that's cool. Figured that. Book show logistics. Oh, rank number 1. Now the key question here is GMO single player or is it co-op? That is the most important question here. And the even bigger question, which I know might be a little bit hard for them to figure out, but they are game designers, they can figure it out. Will this be multiplayer online as well? Can I go online and do a GM mode against people and book out a show? I mean, you obviously can't do a whole GM mode for fucking a year online, but you know, maybe a month worth of GM mode online just to see who's better booking shows. That would be awesome. An online draft mode would be something that's monumental and revolutionary, and that would be a selling point for this game alone. Just an idea, 2K. Just an idea. Roman Reigns looks fucking amazing. You have the gold Thanos glove. I love it. This is what I'm most interested in as well as MyFaction. I really want to know what this is about. Because this is a whole... No, wait a minute. How many wrestlers were in that faction? At first, I thought I saw 5, but I think that's 4. That's only 4. So, Drew McIntyre, Apollo, The Miz, and MVP. We got Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Rey Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio is confirmed for the game. Dominic Mysterio looks more like a fucking call than anything. I'm not gonna lie. Dominic looks like a call. I really want to know. Details are coming in January, but I really want to know what is this MyFaction, because we've always had the creation of factions in game, but MyFaction looks like its whole other category mode. So I want to know how in depth can you go with MyFaction? Can we do story? Wow, I'll talk about that in a different video. There's so much content I can make out of this. My Rise. Now I'm guessing My Rise is basically just their version, their spin on My Career, because My Career was not shown in this trailer. We got Seth Rollins. Ooh, let me just let me go back to playback of 25 real quick. Here we go. My Rise. I saw Seth Rollins, and I think I saw Mustafa Ali. All right. So Mustafa Ali's going off. Maybe that's Austin Theory from the hair. And it looks like Shayna Baszler. I'm gonna pause it right at the right time. So, oh, okay. So that's definitely Kayla Ray on the left. That's Shayna Baszler in the middle, and that looks like Raquel Gonzalez beating down a call, I'm guessing. That's Kayla Ray, Raquel Gonzalez. So that's already 3 new wrestlers confirmed: Raquel Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray, Dominic Mysterio, and Raul Mendoza. So we got a lot of NXT wrestlers in here because, you know, with them releasing so much fucking talent in the last 2 years, they basically are going to have to use the entire fucking NXT roster, NXT UK roster to make up for all the wrestlers they released. That's my expectations for the roster reveal. In Universe World, that looks no different. Match records displayed. I mean, that don't look too different from any other Universe mode I've done before. Now that your wrestler's been selected, the next match. Are we focusing on certain wrestlers? Creation Suite. I love Creation Suite. Since I've started playing 2K games, I've always loved creating my own wrestlers and making my own universe mode. I do it every single year. This, in my opinion, is the most important thing to the game to me. Well, now second behind GMO, but this is the most important thing in the game to me. How did you enhance Creation Suite? And I saw in the first version of the... Okay, so right here. Striker, Technician, Powerhouse, Hi-Fi. You can choose that already between starting classes. I like that. They give you the attributes and payback. Can you select paybacks, or is that being given to you is the question. I like the animations. These are definitely old hairs and tights. That's not anything new, but the graphics do look fine. Now look at this. The muscles are a lot more defined. He looks more juiced up. He probably needs to be tested, but it's WWE. So he probably won't get tested. He's not Triple H. But it looks great. The sweat coming off. This is what I fucking love. They have fat people in the game. For the longest time in the last, I want to say 4 years, you cannot create fat people. I know it sounds offensive, but I'm not lying. You could not create anybody that was super big. They had this limitation to weight. But now we can create big guys. I'm here for it. You can see it in the cheeks. His cheeks are definitely bloated. You could see it in the body. He's definitely bigger than he should be. The legs, that's big too. I love it. I'm here for it. And he's black too, so the melanin's shining. And so much more. You got Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre in there. I don't know who that motherfucker is, but that's not Drew McIntyre. Well, you know what? You know what? From this angle, it looks like Drew, but when he makes that frowning face, it looks nothing like Drew. He looks a little bit like Drew. Look at this. That looks nothing like fucking Drew McIntyre. I don't know who that is, but that's not Drew McIntyre. That's quite the face, too. And then Goldberg. Hits different. So that was incredible. There was a lot to pack into that I'm really excited to talk about, and I'm going to talk about this a lot more in future videos because I will be buying 2K22. I'm really excited about this game. I wanted to do this just as a breakdown. We will be talking more in depth about this in future videos. I will be live tomorrow, Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Come to the live stream. We will be talking more in depth about this game there as well. Guys, you've been awesome. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Sooplex channel for more content like this. Also, TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. That's where I did my initial reaction to this. And go follow me on my own social medias. It's in the description down below. I will see you guys later. Peace.